All right, in BYU and Oregon tonight. I did a tape on BYU's quarterback, Jaren Hall, but I think their defense is going to travel. They're going to play a hell of a game against Oregon. I got BYU coming out victorious against the Ducks.
Desmond, I love where your head's at. Give me BYU as well. The average age of that team is 52. So they're going to win. I love the Cougars.
Oregon, man, real tough game against Georgia. I think they absolutely have to have this game. I think it's a dogfight, but I take the Ducks.
I'm upset. BYU, number 6.
I was hoping to be all BYU, and I was going to pick Oregon. I'm going with Dan Lanning, a team that everybody's forgotten about after their debacle against Georgia. Their defense at Autzen, I think, could be the difference.
He's had a couple of titles they've got. Now can BYU go on the road and get one at Oregon? Ducks have won 20 straight at home. You know BYU was handed a $1.1 million check just for showing up. They don't have a lot of those guarantee games going to Big 12 soon. They're hoping to be as rude a visitor as Appalachian State was last week, but the stakes certainly exceed the paycheck for the Cougars. Oregon hasn't had to write checks, but they paid with pounds of flesh in their last 4 matchups against ranked opponents. They've been outscored in those games 172 to 52. And they've been every bit the blowout that the score would indicate. Now, not all of that's in that Georgia game, but it sort of seems like it. This week, BYU sounds ready. They say they're not jealous of anything Oregon has except the uniforms. And they want to prove a point tonight. Takes a shot into the end zone. Yes!
Everybody's questioning what we're going to do.
Really stepped up. Hall doesn't play how to distribute the ball, throws a good ball, understands their offense, but also has the ability to run. He's a quarterback that looks to throw it and keeps his eyes downfield.
He can do stuff with his legs. He can make any throw on the field. Great arm strength, and you got to go out there and help contain him.
The way we're playing the ball is a lot of sex for us overall. One of our traits is being relentless, being violent. That's something that's going to be pushed every week.
BYU is almost a de facto Pac-12 champion last year. They lose against the Pac-12 team. They beat the team that ended up winning it, their arch rival Utah. Now they go in against Oregon. I mentioned the struggles that Oregon had against ranked teams. They've got a little something to prove, and BYU goes in with a big-time quarterback. I really do. I like Jaren Hall. When you watch him on film, the more you watch him, the more you just love this kid. His moxie, his grit, he's a dual-threat quarterback. But he loves to throw the ball vertical. Let me show you what you're going to see when BYU is on offense against the Ducks. First, Jaren Hall now, he understands the situations right before halftime, 13 seconds on the clock. Gets everyone lined up, signals the play. Then he understands, look, it's going to have to be a touchdown or an incompletion, and he throws a elbow from Good Times dime right there for a touchdown right before halftime in a big game against Baylor last week. He's also a dual threat quarterback. I mentioned you're going to see a left tackle, right guard go up to the linebacker. This is a speed option. He's going to option off the left end. He pitches the ball. Well, this is why I love Murray. Look at the line out from the perimeter block. He's even 1-on-1 for the running back. You got to make the safety miss. He does his job. A big run for Brooks. And then you want to see the guy go through his progression. At the snap, he's looking deep to the right. Nothing there. Check down to the right. Nothing there. His third option, the dig route across the middle. He hits that. I spoke to his OC, Aaron Roderick. He said during the offseason, Jaren Hall really wants to focus on the deep ball. He throws a beautiful deep ball. You can see it every time they go deep. I said, this guy right now, his stock is rising with NFL scouts too.
Yeah, Jaren's a stud, and Puka Nacua, I believe, is going to be a game-time decision. So if he gets another weapon after what Chase Roberts was able to do for him last week outside, look out for that BYU offense. But I think whenever you think about the BYU Cougar squad, you have to think about their veteran leadership. Now, they return all 11 players on the defensive side of the ball, but they're also the #1 team in the country with returning all conference players. So it's not just good players coming back, it's great players coming back. And I think Kalani Sitake is going to have those boys ready to roll against a very, very popular Oregon squad.
Poor old Oregon. They're going to come out some kind of uniform. Yeah. They're going to find out what kind of helmet they're going to have on. But Daniel Lanning will find a way to get his boys to show up. I think everybody forgot Oregon still plays football after week 1 when they got embarrassed against Georgia. Be careful. Autzen is still Autzen. And this defense with Dan Lanning is still real. You got Noah Sewell and Justin Flo in the middle. Saying Oregon might remind you that they still play football.
I feel the same way. But you look at BYU, all of us are talking about it. We're all talking about them. They're not a group of 5 team, by the way. They're an independent. Right. Their schedule sets up great. They beat Oregon. They got Notre Dame. They got Arkansas, a top 10 team to crash the playoff party.
Be a huge
I think this is the biggest week for them. Bo Nix, don't forget. Bo Nix isn't playing Georgia now. His scrambling ability in this ballgame, can they catch him and keep up with him on that D-line? I think it's going to be a very interesting.
Can he avoid the disasters?
That's the hard part.
That's it.
Well, I think also Bo Nix's first game as an Oregon Duck against Georgia. What a nightmare. Last week they kind of settle in a little bit. Who knows what that offense could be.
What do you call that? The carnival?
The Bo Nix carnival, right? Sometimes it's the most thrilling ride you've ever had. Sometimes somebody forgets to put down the safety latch and you wind up, rear end over tea kettle. So it's going to be very iron things to come.
I agree with David and Kirk. I think this is a really tricky spot for BYU because if they do win, it sets up the rest of their year. But I like that Oregon defense. I don't fully trust Bo Nix, but I think Oregon at home laying this number tonight. I trust the Oregon D, and I think they'll be able to get enough offense. And if BYU shorthanded offensively coming up that win last week.
That was the first time I really looked at the graph and give you a couple of weeks under your belt. 4-2, but
steady.
That's a very nice start.
Only one favorite this week, and it is Oregon. After we just did an entire promo about how great BYU is.
That's what we want.
Yes.
When I do well, everybody hates my picks. So that's that's what I aim for.
Yeah.
You and the sports.
And he's running around Piper over here.
Tar Heel blue pants.
Tell me those Tar Heel blue pants weren't planned.
You know that.